Everyone, it's 5:30 here, July 22nd, and this is the General Committee meeting. My name is Bob Garza. I'm the chair of this meeting and also Ward 3 Alderman, and I want to call this meeting to order, and we will do a roll call, please.
I'm Karen Dixon. I'm Alderman in Ward 4 and also the Vice Chair of this committee.
I'm Jason Gallo, Administrative Services Director.
Jamie Clary, Mayor. Welcome, Mayor. We usually have 3. We do have a quorum, though, so we need acceptance of the agenda.
Yes, I move.
And I can second that, correct?
Can.
And I second that.
We do have a modification.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Do you have one?
No.
Oh, okay. I would like to move item number 3, it's ordinance 2025-14, to after 7 and move everything 4 through 7 up.
Okay.
Last, so we'll just say we'll move it last.
I second that.
Great. And,
Okay, and then I'm having a pen failure here.
uh-oh.
Thank you. And then we have one other motion on the agenda, and that's for number 6. It says, the location says located at 0 Anderson Lane. That is incorrect. It should be 1220 Centerpoint Road. It's just a clerical issue, so it's not changing anything other than getting the correct address on there.
Great. I didn't even notice that.
All right, so
If we can make that motion again
to accept the agenda.
So moved.
And second. Acceptance of the minutes from the June 16th, 2025 minutes.
So moved.
Okay, and I'll second that. That was a very long meeting, and it took a
Yes.
while to read the minutes again.
It did.
Do we have any citizens' comments?
we do not.
No citizens' comments tonight? Okay, thank you. So let's get right into the ordinance and resolutions. The first one, number 1, is an ordinance, a reading of ordinance 2025-12. It's an ordinance to amend Hendersonville Code Title 4, Municipal Personnel, Chapter 2, Personal Merit System relative to job classifications and plan review. And it sounds incredibly technical, but it's really housekeeping.
Right.
Can I make a motion?
Oh, yes, so moved. I'm so sorry. I was waiting on Jason to speak about it.
Okay.
He needed a motion to do that. I'm so sorry.
And I'll second that.
Okay.
Number 2 is the sponsorship. There's Mayor Clary. It's the reading of ordinance.
Oh, sorry, can we back up on that one? Just to clarify, that we passed that unanimously?
Yes.
I just didn't keep up with my notes.
Oh, no,
so
I'm sorry. Yes,
Okay.
that was unanimous. Now, reading of ordinance 2025-13. It's an ordinance rezoning 26 acres located on Rockland Road from mixed commercial to industrial plan development and approving the Lincoln Rockland Commercial Plaza Comprehensive Development Plan to govern the development of said property. And Mayor Clary, you're up on this one. Anything you want to add to that?
Sure. The reason I'm sponsor of this is because we have a state obligation that we have a rezoning request, a land use change, that the legislative body has to consider it. We can't just put it off, but we have to consider it. And so somebody, in order for something to be considered at the board, somebody has to sponsor it. And so I've always said I'll sponsor it. Sometimes Michael, since he's our planning commission representative, sometimes he sponsors it. This does not give an indication of how I feel about this item. I think that we should hear from Jay Ritterbeck about this to give us some information about it. If you want my opinion, I'll express it, but I just want you to know that so far I'm just a sponsor of it because we have a legal obligation to.
Okay.
So Jay, would you like to talk a little bit about that, please, so we have more information?
Yes, thank you. So we have representatives.
Will you tell us, everybody, who you are?
Jay Ritterbeck. I'm the Economic Development and Community Planner in the city's planning department.
Thank you.
As the Economic Development Coordinator for the city, I'm pretty much the liaison initially between the city and potential developers as they're coming in with interest to do projects within the city. So I'll meet with them very early before there's even an application and walk through what the zoning permit path or paths, potential paths for them to choose if they wanted to do any kind of a development. So with with this particular project, the Lincoln property group is the same group that came in and revised the Molly Walton project that used to be known as Music City Studios. It's now North Side Logistics Park, and that's a nearly 500,000 square foot industrial flex space. It's under construction right now. They had indicated that they had a really fun time with the city, just a very easy permit path, not so much fun, but really appreciated the city's position, the thoughtful discussions, and the approval, the revisions and approval of that project, that as we were looking around, as their team was looking throughout the city at potential other areas where reinvestment or investment in greenfield could occur, this Rockland site became of interest of them. It was in a previously approved planned development known as Festival Center, which was approved in the 90s. And that project became quickly infeasible because there was a substantial portion of that project that the city of Goodlettsville bought about a 90 to 100 acre parcel, and it pretty much made that plan obsolete. But that plan remained in effect the whole time. So as they wanted to look at options on this property, walking them through what that would look like, the rezoning, the land use designation change, other on-site improvements that would be expected as far as design review, heightened materials, the aesthetic that is the Hendersonville expected look, and also the transportation plan. So really looking outside of just their parcel for development, but how that fits into the grander vision for that side, the Westlake Plan area, as well as our recently adopted transportation plan. So packaging that together, and it went before the Planning Commission. They did their vote, a recommendation vote, and they also changed the land use designation. This is now the second step going before BOMA to get that rezoning and the plan development approved. So it's another over 200,000 square feet of the industrial flex space with 2 buildings, on-site improvements, off-site roadway improvements. So it's a complete package that's coming for consideration that has really worked with planning staff and taking into consideration everything that we were envisioning for that area.
Okay, so planning passed that 7-0, I believe.
That's correct.
And I don't know the exact date, but based on 1990, this property's been vacant for 25 years.
This particular portion of the property, that plan, the Festival Center site, has had little pieces taken off of it over, I think Camel Car Wash was the most recent to come in, and they did an amendment to that in order to slice off that piece and get theirs approved. So this is a bigger chunk. It's not the whole property, so the Festival Center overlay still remains in effect because it gives us the control over development. But this is a very significant development that is largely in line with what's wanted in that area.
And it fits in the Westlake Plan.
The Westlake Plan area, as well as the surrounding land uses, which it borders other heavy commercial, as well as is situated between our Free Hill industrial and our South Center Point industrial area. So their request to be an industrially zoned is in line with the uses and the land uses over there.
Based on the pictures I saw, it would add to the overall making it look better over there, because some of those industrial places you just mentioned are so old and run down.
Yes.
You know. Okay. Anything, Karen?
And there was Jay, there was a comment in the package, and this might be from 2023, but it says, this is an opportunity to attract large-scale mixed use and/or designation entertainment and lodging use. So are we anticipating that there could be hotels and motels put there? Is that what, I mean, it seems like awful small, but.
There's a list of uses that would be allowed in that, if it was to be rezoned. There's a list of maybe 20 different uses, and I don't believe that hotel was one of those in the industrial zone. But in the land use designation, that was, because it was the festival center, that placeholder of that recreation opportunity, it wasn't so much that was, it's a difficult site in order to develop. So, you know, me looking at it, it was more of a placeholder rather than us saying this is going to be a ballpark or something specific. Yeah. But it had the potential with that land use designation. but it would have required a zoning change to replace that festival center plan development. So there was always a kind of a mess of a permit path to go through whatever needed to occur over there, or wanted to be developed over there.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yep.
I'm ready,
Okay?
yeah.
All right.
I'm going to make a motion that we move this forward to BOMA with a positive recommendation.
All right. Oh,
Sure.
yes, Mayor.
We have this on the BOMA agenda tonight, just because they were ready to go about a month ago, and since we had some meetings that were canceled. So could you include in that motion, also asking the board to consider it tonight?
Yes, I would like to waive the 2-week rule and have the board consider this tonight at BOMA at 7 p.m.
I'll second that.
Appreciate them.
Okay, very good. Did you get that, Jason? Okay.
Also,
Now, number 3's gone down to number 8 at this point. So number 4, also sponsored by Mayor Clary, is the reading of Resolution 2025-23, a resolution authorizing the city to apply for the Public Entities and Partners Safety Guard Partners Grant. And we've done this every year, I believe, right?
I'm pretty sure we've done it every year. This is one of those rare ones where we actually have to pass a resolution before we apply for it. Jason can probably explain it better than I can.
Okay.
sure. So this is through Public Entity Partners. They're our insurance provider. They have different grants that we can apply for. This is one of them. So they will reimburse us half up to $4,000. So we did this last couple of years. We've gotten approved for that. So this is just the steps to begin that again this year.
Okay, and for the people who are here tonight, that includes safety things for police and fire.
That's right. It's specific to safety equipment, so it could be anything from bulletproof vest to turnout gear to the vests that our roads crews wear, boots, you name it.
Okay, sounds good.
I have no questions, so I'm going to make a motion that we move this forward to BOMA with a positive recommendation.
And I'll second that because we do it every year and it's a fantastic program.
Yes.
All right, number 5, also sponsored by Mayor Clary. He seems to be pretty busy tonight. It's the reading of Resolution 2025-24, a resolution authorizing Broken Paddle Outfitters, that's our new, out there at Memorial Park, LLC, certain use of the city's logo.
So we appreciate that they even came to us and asked us for permission on this. We have seen some cases where folks have used our logo or a version of our logo and they've never asked permission. There's also cases where they've used parts of our logo and it really isn't part of our logo, so they didn't need to ask permission. This one is very clear that what they're using is, they're using our logo. And so we have a path to get approval for that, and this is it. And so we're coming forward, and I appreciate if y'all could approve it.
Okay.
Jamie, why do I remember us discussing this? Did
Because
this come to BOMA?
we discussed it with a group that wanted to do T-shirts and hats about 2 years ago. And
Okay.
they, I'm pretty sure we gave them approval, but they didn't
We
move
did.
forward.
Okay.
That's what,
I have no concern with this. We've been working with Broken Paddle now for a few years, so I have no concern with this.
it's a nice addition to our lake and it brings people out to get on the lake that don't own boats or paddle boards, anything like that, so they can rent them. And they also pay the city back some percentages. So I think this is a great program.
Great. I'd like to make a motion that we move this forward with a positive recommendation.
And I'll second that. Okay, so number 6, and I'm going to try to read it correctly since we made a change in the motion. It's reading of Resolution 2025-25, a resolution approving the amended Mansker Creek Final Development Plan located at 1220 Center Point Road.
Yes.
And I just had one thing I wanted to mention here. And so Mansker's Farms has a huge addition going on right now, which was like Phase 4, Phase 5. This is the final development plan for Mansker's. This would complete the entire neighborhood of Mansker's Creek, Mansker's Farms. So it's all been in the works. Jay, is there anything in planning I need to know on
There
this?
might be some confusion on this. There might be some confusion. So we have sort of 2 different things going on. One, Mansker Farms, actually the subdivision. This is at Gallatin Road and Center Point
Right.
Road, bordering Mansker Creek. And so we've had a couple questions from some of the residents in Mansker Farms about this. This is a change to the use there. It's actually similar to what happened with the festival centers. We had it set for a certain use and nothing ever came of it. and now we have somebody that's interested in using it, and so we've got to make some changes if that's the case. This is another situation where I'm bringing it forward. If you want my opinion of it, I'll give it to you, but I'm bringing it forward because we have a legal requirement to do so.
Well, I would like your opinion on this one.
I like what it's doing. It's not doing, to me, it's not changing it too much. And I don't know that this property is really amenable to much else, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. I think you asked me to, what they were proposing was to take, by and large, as Mary Claire, there was an approved development or planned development there, but a lot of the buildings were near the northwest along the Massacre Creek, and that's in the floodway. So what they're wanting to do is pull that development, all those buildings down closer to Maine, and get them out of the flood zone, and make it a more feasible, even though there's not specific buildings and tenants being proposed, they just wanted to get something that was more marketable so that they could either sell off the site or parcel it out, so that it was just, so it could be a feasible development. So that's the whole purpose of this.
Okay.
Well, I have no problem with this being commercial property over there at
No.
all, and it being usable. So I'm a yes for this.
I'll second the yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion then that we move this forward to BOMA with a positive recommendation.
And I'll second that. And thank you, Jay. All right. Do we have any people here that want, I know Mark Dorf's here. Is Mike Martin here? Oh, there he is. Okay. You guys are so far away, I didn't know if you knew each other or not. So we're going to do, no, I'm sorry.
We can either do that now, or we can,
Well,
because they're all here.
They're all here?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay to do that?
I need to run if I could.
What's that?
Could we do number 7 and then let me go?
Okay.
Okay, we'll do number
appreciate-
7.
okay.
And, okay. This is the reading of Resolution 2025-26. It's a resolution authorizing the YMCA to install temporary commemorative banners on city-owned flag brackets located at the West Main Street Bridge over Drakes Creek in celebration of its 150th anniversary serving Middle Tennessee and acknowledging its significant contributions to the community.
How long is temporary?
We could decide that. I think they're looking for around 30 days. But and the reason I've sort of left that to us to decide or possibly change is because we're somewhat setting a precedent here.
Yes. It could be dangerous, in fact, that I don't want to have to start a new committee and to decide who gets to use the flagpoles.
That would be a new committee.
So that's my concern.
Okay, I have a very similar concern. However, I would like to add a couple things. This is a brick and mortar nonprofit that has been serving the city, our city, for 20 years now. And they've been a real good business partner. I understand the negative to it is now we're opening up the doors. And it probably would be another committee, Karen, you're right. I also I like the fact that the bridge banners aren't the same all year long. And I know beautiful Hendersonville has been working to change that. You would think it's easy, it's not. You got design, and then you've got cost, and their budget's at its max to begin with. But, so we're walking on both sides of the razor blade here, right? I mean, I think we need more BOMA members involved.
I think you're right. I would like to make a motion that we move it forward with a neutral recommendation.
I'll second that motion.
So one of the things I plan to bring up is that perhaps we restrict these to folks that have submitted information or documentation to our nonprofit committee. So,
Well,
and the nonprofit committee wouldn't necessarily say yay or nay on these, but at least we'd have some information from them and the finance department that they're a legitimate nonprofit that has some sort of activity in Hendersonville.
yeah, someone in the city would have viewed and reviewed their financials, yes.
Yeah.
By
I also-
doing that.
Oh, I also think here too, and when I read this one, I mean, you're looking at a 150-year anniversary, so they're not just putting it up because they want to see their name heard. You know, they're putting it up for a reason,
Yes.
something that makes sense to their history. So
Yeah.
if this passes at BOMA, goes through to BOMA, and ends up in nonprofit committee, you see that as a precedent. I mean, you know, you're not going up there just because you're a nonprofit.
Right.
you're going up there for an anniversary or celebration or, something you've done, amazing.
I am fine if somebody wants to take the authority to decide who wins and who loses on this from me.
But we don't have to decide that here
That's
today.
true.
We can
That's
move
true.
it forward.
Well, I was going to sign it to Rachel, but she just showed up.
Okay.
I'm worried about that.
Karen, you won the bet. All right, so now we're going to get to our final reading tonight, and this is
Yes.
ordinance 2025-14. It's an ordinance imposing a 9-month moratorium on the acceptance, review, and approval of applications and permits in high-density residential developments within the city of Hendersonville, Tennessee, and we have 4 sponsors on this. Mike or Mark, you want to speak a little bit on this?
Go ahead, Mike. Mike, you want to do it? Thank you. Michael Martin, Alderman, Ward 2. Yeah, so this is an ordinance. This is similar to what was passed in Goodlettsville. It's a lot, has a lot less kind of strength to it than what Goodlettsville's done. What we're proposing is a 9-month instead of a 1 year. And we're proposing a cap for high density at 8 units, which ties back to our definition of high density in the Westlake Plan versus what Goodlettsville capped it at 3 units. The reason the 4 of us are bringing this forward is because we need to continue studying and resolving the issue of impact fees, what we're going to charge, how we're going to use it, as well as beginning to implement the city's long-term transportation plan and how developers will be utilizing that and how much utility we're going to receive from that plan.
Okay, so currently, we're at a year, and we're going to bring it back to 9 months?
No, we modeled it after what was passed in Goodlettsville. That was for 1 year. Ours is
theirs
just,
was for 1
yeah,
year.
ours is just for 9 months so that we can finish out our study on the impact plan and the the city's long-term traffic transportation plan.
Oh, okay.
I have quite a few questions. Are you,
Oh, good, please.
okay. Lance, can you speak for us, please? And I'll go ahead and talk while you're making your way. A number of years ago, not a number, let's see, I'll give you the number. 3.5 years ago, 4 maybe, many of us sat down with, at the time, it was a different attorney with us, but we were told that such a moratorium is against the law because if you have a moratorium, what we were told is that it had to be due to public safety, and you had to have a reason that, like, bad sewer lines or gas lines that need to be improved or something that impacts public safety. I guess when I think you had come along, but you didn't attend this meeting, we had the conversation again, and we were told the same thing, but you were not there. I'm really happy to see this, but I want to make sure that we're doing it right. So help me get to where we leap from it was against the law to now we can do it.
Well, it depends on the government purpose for doing it. And at that time, it could have been, there might not have been valid governmental purposes for it. We've looked at it and we found that to exist. And it's not just for public safety, it's for safety, health, and welfare of the city.
Okay. You
But
said it better than me.
it's analyzed under regulatory takings, and temporary moratorium have been found in cases that it doesn't constitute a regulatory taking when it's it leaves an owner reasonable use of its land, which it would. It furthers a significant purpose, and it's reasonable in time, limited in time. For the purposes here, we are studying impact fees. That's a really big purpose. The planning department is currently reviewing zoning ordinances and will likely come out with some recommended changes to it, as well as its subdivision regulations. we're implementing the long-term transportation plan, and there's still some, I think, minor studying with that, but it's still the implementation of it. So we feel like there's a valid government purpose juxtaposed with just the limited amount of time of 9 months that it's going to be in effect. And we don't have any, I'm pretty certain that there's nothing in the pipeline as far as
was my next
applications
question.
or anything like that, so we're not,
Yeah.
we know of no one that this would hurt. But all the analysis based on these particular purposes and this particular time leads us to believe that it's valid.
Okay. So this is not just about rezoning property. This isn't a moratorium on rezoning. It is for high density. So even if it's zoned for high density, this moratorium would put a stop to it for 9 months. Am I right?
A pause, yeah, a pause
pause,
for 9 months to accept any new applications or any approvals or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's already building permits that had been issued on these, then it wouldn't affect this, but there aren't. So, and it
Okay.
wouldn't, so.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Before we vote, thank you, Lance.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Before we vote, please note that Alderman Collins is here, and she will be involved in this vote, too. So, do we need a motion?
We do.
Move to send to Belmont with a positive recommendation.
Second.
Can we have a second? That's approved. And that will go to BOMA.
Okay.
All right. Well, I know on other agenda items.
Thank you, board, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Scott. I know on other agenda items, we have a discussion on semi-truck parking, and it's been on the agenda now for about 8 months. And the sponsor just left. So that won't be going anywhere tonight, and unless there's any other business.
I have nothing.
Motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
Rich, you want to second that?
Second.
Thanks for adjourn. Thank everybody for showing up.
5 minutes.